Thank you everyone so much for coming back to my channel, and if you're listening in the podcast, thank you so much for being here. It is May 31st, 2023. I'm here to speak about another breaking news that has been happening, especially in there have been new information about what happened to this missing doctor in the last few hours. So apparently, in case you didn't know, there had been a missing doctor from the ER department. He works in the ER department in Missouri. He has been missing since early this month. Okay, and his name is Dr. John Forsyth, 49 years old, has been missing since early this month. I believe it was he vanished on May 21st, and now the breaking news is that his body was found. Let me just read to you guys a little bit of this article. A Missouri ER doctor was found dead of a gunshot wound in Arkansas Lake Tuesday yesterday, right? After vanishing earlier this month. Like I said, he vanished on May 21st. Today is 31st, so 10 days missing, well, 9 days. As it was really revealed that he was once kidnapped before under mysterious circumstances. So now he was found dead. Okay, so this is the crazy thing about this case. And first I want to say, let's pray for the family, friends and family of Dr. John Forsyth. Right now they have confirmed that the body that was found is him, and he apparently died of a gunshot wound, right? And I guess then after that they dumped his body in the lake. So here's the thing. His brother just revealed to authorities that this doctor has been kidnapped previously last year. And that to me is crazy. That's some interesting news. Last week I came here, guys, and spoke to you guys about the death of Dr. Rashid Buttar. In case you didn't know, that's another doctor who died under very suspicious circumstances, right? But when I learned about this missing doctor, right, John Forsyth, I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on? He said they were waiting for him at work, or he was finishing his shift, one or the other. And I was like, oh my goodness, working in the ER is very hard. It's a very hard job to do. So you can think about so many things. Maybe he was depressed, the workload was too much, and maybe he just had a bad day and wanted to just take some time for himself or something. But now we learn, right, that this man was shot, and his body was dumped in the lake. And the other crazy thing is for his brother to come out now and say maybe somebody was out to get him, because previously he was kidnapped before and released. That's crazy. Okay, what is going on that, you know, like, how scary must have been for him to go back to normal life after being kidnapped, like, it makes you wonder what are the details of his previous kidnap. Like, what happened? Did they get the people that kidnapped him? Where was he held? How long was he held? Was he under protection? For him to be just go back to normal life and be working and kind of like just be all in the open. Anybody can just Google your information and find where you are. These days everybody knows that there's no privacy. So I think it's quite interesting to see that after his body has been found, or maybe the police already know, but they didn't want to release this information. Now they're saying that this Dr. John Forsyth, was actually kidnapped before. So let me just read to you guys more of this article, okay? 3 days after Dr. John Forsyth, 49 years old, proposed to his fiancée, he disappeared May 21st after leaving work. So he was just finishing off his shift at the hospital in Casaville, a town 3,100 deep in the Ozark, okay? His body turned up 9 days later on Beaver Lake, about an hour south of where he was last spotted with a gunshot wound, according to the press release from the sheriff's office. Officials did not disclose the location of the wound or whether Forsyth's death was suicide. No, that it's not suicide. It's I didn't even think about that, but it's very clear that this man just proposed, right, to his fiance. Number one, he was going on and about his day, working, showing up for work, and then it's nothing like that because what happened to him previously. Why would this man was kidnapped in the past? What were the details behind that? Why nobody's really talking about it? Okay, let me just read more information to you guys here. The deceased doctor's brother, Richard Forsyth, said the family was gathered for dinner Tuesday night when an official with the state police came to the door with the news of his death. We're devastated, obviously. They say, and the family said there's no way he killed himself. Many times he mentioned he might be in danger. In February 2022, Dr. Forsyth was kidnapped and then released, according to his brother. Are you serious? What is this? What is happening? Why is this happening? How can he be kidnapped, right, and not go on protection? Like, what happened to him when he was kidnapped, and now he shows up, deceased, and now they're trying to say, he perhaps took his own life. No, obviously somebody's out. Somebody was looking for him, right? So let me read to you guys more information. It was cold. He was zip tied. He was made to feel very unsafe and taken to a car ride with some people to a bridge and was threatened. Okay, there's so much to this story. Like, what? It was a very cold day in February 2022, so last year. He was zip tied. He was made to feel very unsafe and taken in a car ride with some people to a bridge, and they threatened him. So they were not after robbing him, getting his money. This doctor, okay, and for some reason I keep thinking about Dr. Rashid Buttar. I don't know if there's any type of connection, nothing like that. I just learned before I make this episode, I just learned that he was also kidnapped before. That's why I was like, wow, this case is just taking another turn right now. So what happened to him? Who were those people? What was the reason behind it? Can you imagine going about your life, right? And all of a sudden you get kidnapped, zip tied, you're taken to a bridge, right, for a very specific reason. They're threatening your life. And when people threaten you and they let you go, they gave you a warning, right? It was a warning given to him. And I do apologize if you guys can hear some type of noise right now because I do have my window open. But you are taken, you're being threatened. And then you're released. When they release people that are kidnapped in some circumstances, it's because, they want to scare them off a little bit. And, if you don't do this again, or this is your warning, don't do such particular thing again, don't reveal this type of information, don't go, stop doing what you're doing, right? There's a reason why things like this happen. Why there's no more information about this, right? This man went missing 9 days ago. Why? I can only imagine like how he felt, probably scared, probably looking over his shoulder all the time. Maybe telling somebody, I'm leaving work now, I'm getting there, I'm going to grocery shopping now. Like, how was his behavior after going through something so psychologically damaging to being kidnapped? Like, this is not normal for people, like regular people, to be kidnapped. That's why when they kidnap a child or somebody, like, there's Amber Alerts, there's police, people searching, posters putting out, like, for him to just be one day living his regular life and get kidnapped and then released. Like, it's not like he went to a different country. We see a lot of kidnapping things that happen with tourists and people who leave the country, but what is going on? There's something else here, and I really hope that they let people know, right? And then there's another information that the brother Richard is kind of giving to the media. He said Richard, who created the cryptocurrency with his brother, said no police report was filed after the alleged kidnapping. He also said he only found about the similar incident from a friend the night his brother went missing. Wow, so he kept that secret from his family. He probably didn't want them to get scared for him. This is so crazy. I don't even know what to think of this. Let me know, you guys, in the comments what you guys think. What comes to your mind about this? You have a doctor who works in a hospital in the ER department. You see a lot of different cases, right? You're basically an expert at so many things, right? Because you work in the ER, and one day you get kidnapped and they release you. You get threatened and you get released. You don't tell your family. And then, well, almost a year and some months after, a year and 2 months, then you're found dead in a lake. Somebody knows something. I really hope that they bring the investigation and they really dig deep and find out who was after him. I need them to start releasing surveillance cameras, surveillance videos, like where did he go, all this information. How crazy it is, there you are just living your life and you're probably being followed by somebody. And I wonder, because now we have the whole he created a cryptocurrency with his brother. Right now, let's see that there's so many things that are so relevant right now in this case, right? Because then we have cryptocurrency and how things are changing right now with the banks and all of that stuff, and then you have a doctor who went missing, who got threatened, and released, kidnapped, threatened, and released, and then a year and 2 months after, then he's found dead. Something is there more to this story that they're being released to us. So I hope, like, what is the connection? There's something here that they don't want to say, and I don't know if the fiance is saying anything. Let me see if I get more information here real quick. When asked why anyone would want to harm the beloved doctor, Richard replied, "That is the part of the great mystery we're dealing with." That's what his brother said. Why would anyone want to harm the beloved doctor? Let me just tell you something too also, because I know a little bit about, the type of patients, I guess you can say, doctors see, right? People, when they get angry with their doctors for so many different things, right? You didn't give me the right treatment, you didn't give me the right medication, so many different things, right? And it's just like going to a restaurant. When you see people like to a fast food restaurant, you got my order wrong, I'm gonna wait for you after your shift, type of thing. The type of videos that we see where they're threatening somebody, right? So I don't believe this is a patient-related incident, because if the kidnapping was because of a patient-related incident, you don't just be like, okay, I won't do it again, I won't say that again, or I will give you the right medication or anything like that. You have a company who will back you up, right? You have so many medical laws, that will back you up. That's, and for him, I'm sure he will have, the desire to take it to the police. Why this kidnapping was never reported to the police, right? What? Like, this is not normal for people to be kidnapped and just be like, oh, I don't want to say anything to anybody, I'm just gonna watch my back and not do it again because I got threatened, and then go on with my life. He's about to get married, he just proposed, and he thinks, like, people don't live, you don't live, if you're not guilty of anything, if you don't feel like, why would you put your family in danger? Because now and I'm saying that, why would you put also your family in danger? Because now you know that perhaps there are people after you, right? And like I said, these days everything is public, right? I do apologize once again about the noise if you're hearing any of the noise, but it makes you wonder what happened in that kidnapping that he didn't feel the need to report it, right? You're being zip tied, you're being taken, you're being threatened by a group of people, and you feel like it's okay to just let it be, right? That's something very fishy there, right? And it says here, Forsyth, father of 8, proposed to his fiancee days after a divorce settlement was reached with his ex-wife on May 11. That awarded her about $19,000 a month in alimony and child support, the brother said. So, however, the ex-couple had an amicable relationship, he added, so it has nothing to do with the ex-wife or her husband. Who knows, right? I don't even know if she got remarried or the boyfriend or whatever, right? I think, when it comes to cases like that, you know let's just say, because when we don't know the answer, we always assume, right? Let's just say maybe it was an ex, the ex-wife, whatever, right? Husband, boyfriend, whatever, who threatened him and said this and the other. Something would have come up to his family and say, can you believe she did that? Or she told him to go and, kidnap me or something. I'm not gonna tell police because I don't want my kids to go through that or something. That's a possibility, but I think he would have said something about it to his family. The fact that his body now has been found, and now his family is learning about the kidnapping, that's very interesting to me. Like, what is that? That's so crazy. Forsyth vanished after testing his fiancée that he will see her in a little bit at about 7 a.m. Then abruptly stopped responding to messages. Somebody knew his schedule, okay? This man left his workplace. He knew his schedule. Somebody followed him, knew his schedule, and then something happened. And I pray, like I said, I pray for his family, 8 kids he had, friends and family, his brother. I pray for their peace and hope they can find the peace that they need, which is only found in Jesus Christ. And let me know what you guys think about this case. I think on the upcoming days, we're going to find, I hope that they release more information, because something else is in between the lines here, and I hope that they reveal it to us. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel, listening in the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. I'm here to invite you to my podcast, JulissaDesigns, and it can be found on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can join me every day as I make episodes of the latest news, real life stories, and I also share my favorite Bible verse. Hope to see you then. God bless. For coming back to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and share this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.